in our last video, we talked about the Indian civilization, and in this video, we're going to talk about the ancient Chinese civilization. And this is going to be where we're going to talk about Confucius, and also a lot of other great leaders. But also, one of the most leaders we're going to talk about is very brutal. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Sean, and let's start by looking at some notes. Let's get started into our ancient Chinese civilization unit. But before we start, here is a question from the book. Who is the most influential person in your country's history? Put the answer in your comments below. I'm very happy to read them. Let's get started. In 1600 BC, there was the Shang state. This is like the first Chinese state ever made, ever. It started along the Yellow River. It's called the Yellow River because it's a bit yellow. And then just 5 centuries later, 500 years later, there was the Zhou period, which is also the Zhou state. The Zhou state conquered the Shang state. Don't be surprised. Alright, at the Zhou state, there was also the Zhou period, and then there was this next period called the Spring and Autumn period. This is from about 770 BC to 476 BC. As I said earlier, it's the Spring and Autumn. It's the Spring and Autumn period. You might like this period. This is where a lot of philosophers has ever lived, the Chinese philosophers. If you're a philosopher geek, please tell me in the comments below. Alright, now just a year later, after the end of the Spring and Autumn period, there was this next period called the Warring States period. The Warring States period is when almost all of the Chinese states, small Chinese states fought each other. And then in the end, they only got 7 states left. One of the states was called Qin. And its emperor and its king decided to conquer all of the rest 6 states. And by 221 BC, the end of the Warring States period, he was managed to do that. He conquered all of the 6 states, and for the first time ever, he united all of states of China into one country, like how we see the Turkey-China country today. Turkey, that's a funny word. Anyways, do you remember the timeline that you saw in the notes? Well, I just said some of those in those timeline, and well, I pretty much like the Warring States period much. Alright, at the end of the period, the king of the Qin got to become the king of all the Qin Empire that he conquered. And he changed his name to Qin Shi Huangdi. And that means the first emperor of Qin. I'll try to say that in Chinese. Qin Shi Huangdi. Yeah, something like that. Alright, and that's just where he conquered all of the kind of China. Also, he did some bad things though, but I'll say the good things first. First, that he did a lot of good things. He united the different cultures by letting them do the same things. Actually, he made them. First, he made them use the same coins, the same measures, and the same writing system. That must have been hard. But anyways, the second thing that he was good at was he built the Great Wall of China. He built just a bit of it, but I'll explain that later. Anyways, this Great Wall of China is still in China today. I've even been there. Literally. Alright, he built that so he could defend his country from the northern tribes, like the Huns, for example. Now here are some bad things he did. First, he was a tyrant king. Before I want to say this thing that he did. He was tyrant because of these 3 reasons. Actually, he did them. First reason is that he burnt a lot of valuable books, like the things that we learned and maybe in university we learned today. He burned those valuable books, a lot of valuable books. Some of them maybe from philosophers. And also, the second thing of all is related to philosophers. He killed them. Oh, I think I'm gonna barf. Cut! Alright. Now, the third thing that he did was that he buried people alive. I thought that just only happened in the movies, but it really happened in real life. Oh, I almost got sick. Anyways, back to 4, he tried to live forever. My father told me the story that he tried to live forever, but he never told me why, but I'll just explain that in later. First, he tried to find a medicine to live forever. Of course, it didn't exist. Why would he think of that? Anyways, his followers kind of tricked him and went to Japan to find it, but they never found it. They even knew that it wasn't there. And also the last thing is that it wasn't even brutal at all. He died at age 49. My dad is over 50 years old. Oh my goodness. Anyways, he never got to get that medicine, but here's the weird thing I want to tell you. He buried himself with clay armies. This army is called Terracotta Army. I was lucky enough to get there before the coronavirus epidemic started. Anyways, I liked it a lot. I also have some videos of it that I already posted on YouTube last year. And this is the Terracotta Army. It's just a lot of clay army figures with musicians, horses, and also archers. And archers are my favorite people that fight. Alright, now Dad's army was buried with him because he thought that they would protect him in the afterlife. He never knew what death looked like, just in case he just brought his army. He just wanted to conquer afterlife lands, probably. That's the weirdest thing I've ever said. Alright. And also, that's the most craziest fact of all that he's ever had done. His reign was less than 15 years. This is hands-on history, guys, but this is less than 15 years? Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the Han Dynasty in our next unit. Hopefully you will be there. Alright. Now, let's back up. Let's back up. Now, first, there were the 5 things I wanted to say. There was the Shang period, the Shang state, and then there was the Zhou state, and then there was the Spring-Autumn period, and then this Warring State period, and also most of my favorite and also very crucial part of all is Qin Shi Huangdi. Oh my goodness sake, I think I'm gonna barf. Anyways, now let's go into our lesson 2, the most influential man in East Asia. Also, this guy named Confucius also said this quote. It's even written here. Oh, it's only the wisest and stupidest man never change. Well, that's a fact. Wait, here's my saying. Thinking does not come from the mind. Well, I think that does make a bit sense. But anyways, this guy, the Confucius man, made this religion, but I'm gonna explain that later. Anyways, this is my main point. Confucius was a very, very good teacher. He wanted to play a role in the government so they can do his ideas, like respecting other people and also using his idea of courtesy. Yeah, courtesy. He believed that if people respect each other, they would have a much happier life. Duh, that would happen. Well, I never thought that was true, but now I do. Anyway, this is the end of this explaining video, and I'll see you in the writing video. 沈汉 gonna be in writing video. But oh, stop. All right. Okay, let's go back into our writing. All right, there are 2 topics as usual, and let's talk about them. What did you learn about Confucius and his ideas is the first topic, and who is the most influential person in your country's history is the second topic. I hope you'll enjoy this writing video. Anyways, what did you learn about Confucius and his ideas? Well, I learned that Confucius and his ideas was very, very wise. He even said that courtesy is the most important thing in people's life. It's like this. If you respect a person with your own respect, then you will have a very happy life forever. Well, I used to think that never happened because I like getting stuff, but now I think of it, giving stuff is much more happier. Whoa. Anyways, in the second topic, what is the most influential person in your country's history? Well, it's Confucius himself. A lot of books that in Korea, South Korea now, is just Confucius's books. I never learned some of his books, but I heard my mom did. Whoa. I never thought that it would be Confucius. Yep. Well, this is the end of the writing video, and I'll see you in the extra history. Dun 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 dun. Okay, welcome to extra history. But before we start, I want to tell you that I got this idea from this history channel called Extra History. Please go to that channel itself on YouTube and also try subscribing it. They make very awesome videos on history. Let's start. Okay, now we're gonna just talk about some extra history about the Terracotta Army and the Great Wall of China. I already made some videos and posted them on YouTube, and why don't we have a flashback of them? If you already saw them, you don't have to see this part, but if you really want to see them again, just do it. Now, let's go on with it. Ready, set, go! Terracotta and China! My name is Sean, and today we're here at the Terracotta Army. There's a stadium right above you. See that cake? So you see, this is the whole army. Some of them are empty spaces, but that's okay. The Terracotta Army is an army of clay-made warriors that were found by archaeologists and put together again by archaeologists. Can you hear me? See that cable right there? And that one? Here's another cable. So there are caves. Some of the caves have some terracotta warriors. Am I saying that? And some of the terracotta warriors are bulls. Some of them, there are different types of warriors. Sword fighters, archery, and even defenders. So that's it. So before we leave, I have questions. Find the caves in the Terracotta Army. Come on. Ding, there's one. There's another one. Bing! There's another one. Bing! Another one. Let's see. Okay. So you found all caves, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe and please put a link at the bottom, and please leave a comment. Bye. Okay, I have been to these places, and the Terracotta Army was in this place in China called Xi'an, and the capital city, Beijing, was where the Great Wall of China was. I was pretty scared when going into the Great Wall of China. I thought I was gonna fall, but luckily I had mom and dad there. Anyways, also this is gonna be some kind of thing about tricking the Qin Shi Han Emperor. Well, that can be dangerous, but Qin Shi Han didn't know that, even after his death. Of course, he can't think after his death. But anyways, here's the story of tricking that my mom just told me. My father could have told me, but he hasn't. Anyways, this is what the story is like. First, the people who went to Japan, the followers of Qin Shi Huangdi, tricked him by just giving them a lot of boats, a lot of gold, a lot of jewels and stuff, and then they just went into Japan by themselves, looked for it until he died, and then they lived there peacefully and ate a lot of food. I'll be very happy. Well, I will try imagining it. Okay. This is kind of thing that I really want to tell you about. One more thing I really want to tell you about. This is gonna be about the Great Wall of China. This is how it was made. First, the Great Wall of China were just a bunch of walls, and then those walls were connected by more walls, and also even Qin Shi Huangdi himself sent his own son to build the Great Wall of China. He could have died, but luckily he survived, and then people killed him. Well, that is very unlucky. Anyways, some people died, billions of people died while making the terracotta, but making the Great Wall of China, and they were buried under a layer of the Great Wall of China. Historians do not want to dig the Great Wall of China. I don't even want to. I don't even want to see a dead body. Also, I did, but maybe made from plaster cast. Anyways, now here's a story about the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army was not just soldiers, archers, defenders, horse riders, and just a lot of other army stuff, but they also had musicians. And also artists. Hey, this is toothbrush, but that does not matter. Also, writers would make him stories. And also, even sculptors. Some of the Terracotta Armies had their heads chopped off. This may have been because the Terracotta Armies was in the sun too much, and also some kind of rain erosion had just chopped their heads off. Or they just had no time to complete them. Well, we do not for sure. Also, as you may have seen in my Terracotta Army video, some of the heads were chopped off, and also there were some caves there. I would have really liked going in there, but I'm too big. Anyways, also this video is also sponsored by this next channel called Crash Course History, World History. And also try visiting one of their videos and try subscribing to one of their videos. It's very fun. And they also make very good history videos. Okay, I'll see ya. This video was made by me and also written by me and also spoken by me, of course. And also this video is also made and also educated by some of the channels I said earlier, Extra History and Crash Course World History. Try subscribing to one of their videos, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a like if you liked this video, or if you just didn't like them, just put a dislike. And also hit that bell button to notification, so you wouldn't miss any of my videos at the same time as it is posted. Anyways, before we go, I want to tell you 4 cradles of civilizations that we have covered in this unit and are the most important. There are Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 7, and Unit 8. Stay tuned to listen to it. Okay, Unit 1 is the Mesopotamian Civilization. This is where the Euphrates and Tigris River was in. In Unit 2 is the Egyptian Civilization. This is where the Nile River was in. This is also a very sacred place. Unit 7 was the Indian Civilization, which is near the Indus River. And Unit 8, which is this unit, is the ancient Chinese civilization, which we just talked about. And this is very, very cool. Ancient Chinese civilization was on the Yellow River, and the Yellow River was yellow because it's yellow, and the Yellow Sea is named the Yellow Sea because it's maybe a bit yellow. Anyways, this video was also, you said earlier, was made from those 2 channels. Try subscribing to them. I said that again. And also, today's question is, how many states, what are the total number of states that Qin Shi Huangdi conquered? Is it 6, 0, or 7? Please put them in the answers comments below, and I'll see you next time. Shunhan out. Hiya!